This is Dick Morris. Well, now that Trump and Huckabee are out of the presidential race, I thought I'd go through each of the candidates that are remaining in it. We'll talk about Mitt Romney right now, and go to my website, dickmorris.com, and you can get news of any of the new videos that are coming out. We'll do one on each of the remaining presidential candidates. Mitt Romney, by anybody's calculation, has to be considered the front runner now. He was at 22% of the vote, with Huckabee at 20 and Trump at 15 and Gingrich down at 11. But now with Trump and Huckabee out of the race, Gingrich is probably up around 30%, probably having a 2-to-1 lead over Gingrich, who probably is still in second place. Romney clearly is the guy to beat. And because he's run before, because he's been exposed all over the country, because he handled himself with dignity last time, and because he's taken his lumps and paid his dues, he naturally has a positive advantage among Republican primary voters. My polling shows that his big advantage is that Republican primary voters think that as a businessman, he's the one that can make the economic case against Obama, that he's the one that can deal with our economic problems and can really get this country back on a sound financial and economic footing. His other big edge is that because he looks like a president and talks like a president and sounds like a president, people think that he has the best chance of defeating Obama in November. And winnability is a very big factor as Republicans look over this field to decide who they want to nominate. He has two big disadvantages. One is, of course, his Mormon religion that turns off a number of evangelical voters. But the big one was his support of Romney Care in Massachusetts that has plenty of important similarities to Obamacare in that both require everybody to have health insurance, both require every employer to provide health insurance, both tripled the Medicaid program so that there was a vast number of new people signing up on Medicaid. Both are causing enormous problems in the budget in funding them. And in Massachusetts, which is further along in the implementation curve than Obamacare, there is now a 7 or an 8 week wait to see a doctor, whereas before there really wasn't any. So there's a lot of complaints about Romney Care and Obamacare. Now, Romney makes the point that just because it was good for Massachusetts doesn't mean it's good for America, and that he is committed to repealing Obamacare nationally. But the polling shows that Republican primary voters aren't that sure. Trump's withdrawal is especially important for Romney, because as the businessman, establishment, centrist candidate, he picks up most of the votes that would have gone to Donald Trump. And because he's now so obviously the front runner, he'll really begin to attract a lot of money. His biggest threat in the short term is probably Mitch Daniels, the governor of Indiana, who might get into the race with a lot of establishment Republican support. But the real contest may end up as Mitt Romney against Michelle Bachmann, the Tea Party candidate, who may come up with a burst of enthusiasm powered by many of the old Huckabee voters. It's going to be interesting to see. In any case, the Republican Party can do a lot worse than Mitt Romney, and I think that Romney can defeat Barack Obama. And no matter what you think, President Romney has a much better ring to it than President Obama ever does. Thanks a lot.